Does anything happen until the me says so?
Correct. No. Nope. The words and labels.
You know, Nkosi, I feel I have to say, so Elvis Presley used to have this comedian, and the poor bastard would have to go on before Elvis and pretend like the audience even gave a shit about him, and he knew it. They didn't want to see the comedian; they wanted Elvis. And Nkosi, I'm not talking. You unmute. I'm on.
Okay. All right. There is nobody who is outside of this trying to get to this. There's not even outside of this. There's just this. Everything that seems to be happening right now, it's all this. No one is seeking this. No one is talking about this. No one is doing anything. All is this. Because there's only this. Everything that is being said right now is this. And no one can reach this. No one can get to this. Because there is already no one. Even before the question arises, there is already no one. So we can say that the one who's asking the question is this. The question itself is this. All the words are this. Pain may arise. And it's not even pain, it's just this. Anger may arise, it's not even anger, it's just this. Because there's nothing else but this. There's no one who is hanging outside of this trying to climb up and get to this. There's only this. Everything is included. Nobody is left outside because there's already nobody. There's only this. And I'm not talking here. It's just this. To this, nothing ever happens. There's nothing happening. There's no escape. No one can escape this. No one can talk about this. No one can teach this. No one can know this. No one can find this because there's already no one. The seeker doesn't exist already. Already, it doesn't exist. There's just this. And this is the unknown. Even what seems to be the knower appears in the unknown. So we can say that the knower is already at the unknown. There's no knower. This is beyond all labels. This is beyond all names. And this doesn't know you, because you are it. And it is you. It's not apart from you. There is no you because you are it already. Even before the question arises, you are this already. And there's no you because you are this. There's only this. This is alone as everything. There's nothing outside of this. There's nothing outside of itself. No matter what might be said, no matter what we can talk about, it's only this. So who can get to this? Who can find this? Who can know this? Who can claim that I've got it? Who can say, I don't get it? Who can say, I will never ever get it? It can only be this, nothing else. Because there's only this. There's no one here. You are not already. Even before that question arises, you are not. The one who says, I don't get it, you got it. So there's just this. And this is the unknown. And this right here doesn't know anything because there's nobody here. There may seem to be somebody who's talking, but there's no one already there as well. There's no one here there. There's no there already. There's no here. There's just this. So whatever might be expressed, whatever might be said, it doesn't matter to this because there's nothing outside of this that can be expressed. Only this. So we can talk about everything. We can talk about anything. Anything may arise. This doesn't have should and shouldn'ts. There are no shoulds and shouldn'ts. Everything is allowed to express as it is. And this allows the body to do what it's destined to do. And it remains as it is. So whatever, it might seem that you are doing something, in actual fact, you have never done anything. You have never achieved anything. You've never done anything because there's just everything. There's no you. It's just this.
So I'd like to use a dirty word here, and that is in a purely practical sense. There it is. Yeah. Even the one seeking this is already this.
It's like, I don't know what happened, but something very relaxing happened when I listened to Nkosi. Some relaxation happened. Like something just dropped.
There's that Talking Heads song that was real popular when I was growing up. This remember hearing it when I was a little kid and just really being attracted to it. It's the one that's sort of just a list of things you may find yourself behind a wheel of a large automobile or in a shotgun shack or the beautiful wife or
And you may ask yourself, how did I get here?
right. But just even as a little kid, the idea of just sort of like, not having control over that, or just, the experience of time. I mean, it's all sort of embedded in the positing of the question in a way that really dovetails well into what Nkosi's saying, It's just sort of along here for the ride.
So I posted a Tim Kliss quote today where he said during his talk this morning that life is unanswerable. Life is unanswerable. And my comment underneath it was, yeah, and the me is if nothing but perpetual question.
or because it thinks it knows something, it's out and about instructing other people.
Yeah, it's such a paradox, right? Because this can become a teacher about this, and yet this doesn't mind. But what can happen is a resonance for just the emptiness can arise that doesn't include, it doesn't have room for a guru or a teacher. Yeah, that's it. Life doesn't need a teacher. I mean, teachers are for me, right? If you want to come take some chess lessons. So we have all these wonderful appearances, but the joke is it's the same one behind. So the speaker is the listener.
Well, I'm really grateful for you people who are, I don't know what to call you. But in this, and then what appears as this confused me, it has been really helpful to be around you to get some clarity. So, some clarity. Uh, and I love hearing that this is all this. It's really a relief from everything that I thought I would get and didn't get. And still, I guess Nkosi just said there's nothing to get, and there isn't, but this exposure is really helpful for me. It has really helped me to see that I don't listen to teachers anymore because it feels so redundant and there is nothing to get. But it still feels like you folks are playing a vital role in my life. So what do I call you?
Call us your buddies,
Okay,
friends.
okay,
You can call us this.
this.
Ah,
Yeah, I was going to say this, just this.
you know what though? I have to say, I love what Nkosi said at our last meeting when he said, you can call it a shoe, you can call it a tree, you can call it a bird. It doesn't mind. Just doesn't care. Go ahead.
I like love.
Yeah, right?
Well, for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Unconditional. Come on. And that's something the me can't do, right? I can't do unconditional love. No me. I mean, it tries, it pretends.
Well, like Alice, I'm very grateful for this group too. But what I want to say is that I love that what Nkosi says and what we discuss doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to the mind. And the fascinating thing is that that's liberating, even though it doesn't make sense to the mind, but it makes sense to something, like to my heart or something. So, yes, it's a bit paradoxical that it doesn't make any sense, but it, like Joan says, and I say, it calms you down and you feel relief. So it's like it's bypassing the mind. Mm.
You know what it is, Faith? If I could, it's a resonance with emptiness.
Yeah, the joy of emptiness. Oh, just even the word emptiness is sweet. Mm.
I like what you said about it bypasses the mind. I really get that from this group. And a lot of you, including Nkosi, just speak to that.
Yeah, the mind can never know emptiness.
It's too busy.
Well, emptiness to the mind is death.
Yeah.
If someone says to us, you have an empty mind, we can say, thank you. Not an insult.
Yeah, it's like I like coming to these groups when I meet people who are out of their mind. You know, it's like you know, in our daily lives, you know, that's all we meet. You know, and I just this is so much. I just enjoy this. Yes, it's nice hanging out with people that are out of their mind. Now, to anybody else, that would be offensive, but to this group, it's a compliment.
You're nobody, Joan.
You're too kind. people call me crazy or trippy, and I'm like, sometimes things just come out of this thing and people look at me weird, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I said, it's just coming out. But
So any last comments or questions before we close out this evening?
Just that the picture you saw, someone was on briefly, that was my daughter. Michael, she's coming next week full time.
All right, wow, with the whole family. Nkosi, do you have any parting words for us, my friend?
All right. So whatever has been said today, whatever has been expressed, it is only this. It was only this, because there's nothing else but this, and no one can escape this. No one can know this, because there's only this. So there's just what is. As I've said, that nothing can come outside of this and try to get to this, because there's not even outside. There's just all is this. There's just what's happening. There's just what seems to happen. So this doesn't mind whatever arises, just doesn't mind, because it's all of it. It's all it. So I have nothing much to say, but yeah.
Well, I think you said everything.
Yeah.
It can appear that there's somewhere to get to. That's what seeking feels like. So in the appearance and in story, it can appear that there's seeking, but
This doesn't mind. Doesn't mind. It appears as a seeker trying to get to somewhere. It appears as the one who has stopped seeking. It appears as the one who has got it. It appears as the one who hasn't got it. So doesn't matter. All of it. This doesn't say seeking is wrong. No, wrong. Should stop seeking. No. All expressions are allowed.
I have to say, sometimes when I take walks, I do hear Nkosi's voice in my head saying, all is this. And I get quiet. I just go to silence. It just happens automatically. It's sort of like the me is judgment. It's a filter of judgment. And when that quiets down, there really is just this, just what's happening.
Okay, clarify. Okay. So when the mind gets, what you said, when the mind gets what?
Well, the me, to me, it seems like a synonym for judgment, because it seems like that's what the me is involved in 24/7.
Why do I just need a little clarification then? If everything is this, then isn't judgment this too?
Yeah, absolutely. What else? Can't escape it.
It's turtles all the way down.
Yeah, turtles all the way down. There's just turtles, turtles upon turtles upon turtles.
I guess when I'm judging, I guess I don't see it as this, but that's been what.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying you don't see judgment as this?
That's an exception, you know, and there are exceptions to this, yeah. And you're both saying there are no exceptions to this. Everything is this, even the judgment. Is that what I'm hearing?
And even exactly what you just said, it's it. So the feeling that the judgment is in it is also it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. You're so beautiful. Thank you all for coming. Mwah.
Thank you all. Thank you, Nkosi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, especially
Thank
because
you.
thanks for coming in so late at night where you are.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nkosi.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you,
Thank
everybody.
you, Michael, and thank you, everybody.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Nice to see everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
On YouTube in the next 24 to 48. Good night.
Nice.